get this situated and find out how our audio check is going.
I just heard that from the sound.
Yeah, it should all catch up here in just a second.
Yeah, but why now? I'm starting to hear myself.
I don't know. Hey, drop yours again. We gotta figure this out.
Testing.
So he's been testing. Oh yeah, I forgot. He plugged into your computer too.
Yeah, he is.
It's coming through you guys.
Yeah, I think I can hear it coming from your computer.
What do you mean you can hear it coming from my computer?
Like your output's coming through your computer. Like your speakers are on.
Say what?
Say something again real quick, Ray.
Oh, all it was always starting. So
Is that yours?
Try it now. I guess I guess it was mine.
try it now.
Yep. There we go. That was my bad. My bad.
I'm just waiting to hear if myself and Fireball are good to go on the sound. All right, we got 2 minutes before launch. I'll take Facebook.
I'm on Twitch. I just sent out the link through Twitch.
Okay. Yeah, we know who has YouTube, so. All right, I got confirmation our comms are good. So, outstanding. Yeah. Yeah, mine's been doing the same thing. Wait until summertime when I'm out riding a motorcycle, you'll see it'll be like an hourglass. Like a 60 mile per hour hourglass. All right, here we go. You ready, Fireball?
I'm ready.
Chris Ryder, you ready? Hey, what's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. You have got Fireball right beside me. And down below us, you've got the one and you've got the only Zanar Crest Rider. We make up your Nomad Gamers. So if you are out there right now and you're watching us on the Nomad Gamers Facebook page, thank you very much. If you're not, you should be. So take your butt on over there. It's spelled the same way that our podcast is. Hit that follow button, turn on the notifications. That way, every time that we come live at you on a Saturday afternoon, you are being notified. If you're watching us over on YouTube, thank you very much. You found the home of the Nomad Gaming Podcast, where you're here. You are going to see the different dynamic from what we normally do on our singles throughout the week. If you're out there watching me on any of my personal social media accounts, that's Facebook, Twitch, Kick, TikTok. We are TikTok live today. Thank you very much. If you really like what you see, please hit that follow button, and then sometime during the podcast, if you really like it, give us a share. Push it out to your friends. So All right. That is our intro. Fireball, take us away.
All right. Well, we got a couple things to cover today. Um, Going over a bit of some of the stuff we did cover last week because we were not on air. I do apologize for that recently. But talking at least about this week, we got a couple Lego sets that have been announced. Um, we've got a couple of updates for some delays. We've got some new games that are coming out that we've gotten more detail about, and much, much more. However, the one thing I do want to start with is we are now starting to get our first batch of this whole AI debacle that's going on. Razer has finally come out with and has unveiled that they are doing AI under Project Ava. From the things that I have seen, they said, hold on, I'm taking a look at the price real quick. I just had it up. It says on their website, it says Meet Project Ava, your 24/7 AI companion, designed to live right alongside you. Powered by advanced AI, Ava features a dynamic personality that learns and evolves based on your interactions, brought to life by an animated 5.5-inch 3D digital hologram. She uses human-like vision and audio sensing for full contextual awareness. Ava simplifies life by your tail's on the way. Organizing your schedule, consulting your work tasks, and guiding you to victory as an enthusiastic gaming wingman. Right now, they are basically in pre orders. You can choose from, right now, it looks like 5 different companions.
Companions for what? Like,
Basically, like avatars to like be up on the display. I think, really?
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. You're not wrong there.
AI is in what? What do you mean, married Kiwi?
Well, tell her we said hi too. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate it.
Can't hear the person on the bottom through Twitch. Really? Chris Ryder, you want to test that out real quick? Yeah, for some reason, Chris Ryder's muted. You can't hear Chris Ryder.
He's not muted.
It's not going through.
Yeah.
Why do you think I just muted myself? Yeah, he's not.
What the hell do you want me to do? I don't know.
Um,
I can only tell you what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is the only person here muted because of our setup is you. But you are being transferred through
yeah, you're right. Where I just heard him just fine when we first started, though.
yeah.
Um, hmm.
I don't know.
Hey, Chris Ryder, you want to try leaving and coming back in? Maybe that'll fix it.
I'm just for. I'm just for decoration.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I don't know how to fix it.
Well, I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, he's not muted from anything here.
No.
I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I know. Uh, so it's just Twitch. So it's just Twitch. Hmm. Okay.
Stop holding your mic. Let her dangle dangle.
I'm trying to not have it come back because I'm still got
Oh,
audio on. I'm trying not to get feedback with it.
you are a little crush writer.
You are a little like
You're a little
quiet.
quiet on this end.
Yes.
Yes, that's much better.
All right. But going back to it, talking about the Project Ava, some of the frequently asked questions that they have on their board right now was when will Project Ava be available and how do I do reserve one? Project Ava is expected to be available in the second half of 2026. Interested users in the US can reserve a unit now at Razer.com with a $20 deposit,
Okay.
which is fully refundable at any time.
Are we expecting this to lift any needle, get excited about? Like,
What?
I have never heard of this before, but I'm just kind of wondering if is this the next big thing?
Well, again, we've been repeatedly talking about how GPUs and RAM have been going to dedicated AI centers, and it's been driving up the cost away from consumers and gaming. So now we're starting to kind of see the product of this, I would say.
I think it's a little quick to say we're seeing the product of this, but I do agree that we're starting to see something, but I don't know if it's the product.
But that's the thing is we've been talking about how uh, CPUs and RAM have been going towards they've been cutting off towards use for consumer use and they've been selling directly to AI
Yes.
centers.
Yes.
And now, I mean, when I think of AI, I think of stuff like Alexa or now Project Ava. It's
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard much about this, so except for just now in that little bit that you read. Uh, but I agree with Zanar Crest Rider. Give it about 12 minutes, someone's gonna hack it, and
mhm.
it's gonna be. Ooh, but I don't know. I'm just tired of talking about AI. Like,
Mhm.
which means it ain't even close to coming out yet.
But they said the second half of 2026 is when it's supposed to drop.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with Crest Rider on that one. Wholeheartedly agree with him. I wouldn't be paying $20 for something I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Well, like they also said, is it's non-refund. It is a refundable $20.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yep. Mm,
All right, Fireball, fire off something else.
all right. Well, moving away from AI, we've got a couple
Thank you.
things. We got Lego sets that are coming out
I
that
saw that.
are anchored towards two specific games. We've got Legends of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time Lego set, which I believe is, if I remember correctly, I saw the price point for the Ocarina of Time one was $149.
That ain't bad.
Um,
And by the way, Crush Rider, you're a little low again.
mhm.
Okay. I'm just
Maybe it's just the fact that our we accidentally hit our.
no, it has nothing to do with that.
All right. Well, hold on. I am looking it up real quick.
Looking up what? No, don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is 129.99 for the Ocarina of Time set that's coming out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something like that. It is supposed to drop. They said March 1st, it looks like.
So speaking about Zelda, did you guys see that Netflix just scooped up the rights to the movie that's coming out for Zelda?
I did not.
I saw that one coming too. I just read about it about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago that after Zelda is out of the theaters and after or when it comes to the home delivery part, Netflix has scooped up the exclusive rights to it to where if you want to watch Zelda, and I don't even know the title, but I'm just going to call it Zelda the movie, you have to go through Netflix.
Okay. Well, talking about our next set of Lego, next set of sets of Legos that are coming out, we've got the Pokemon Legos that are coming out. You have the Venusaur Charizard Blastoise bundle that is 6,838 pieces for $650.
Nope.
You've got the Eevee standalone that is 587 pieces for $60.
Oh, okay, that's better.
And then you've got the 2050 piece Pikachu and Pokeball set that is going to be $200. That would. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair. That's fair. Um, mhm. The other thing that I have seen and talking about it on social media is people or Pokemon fans are afraid that it is going to not be available due to the fact that scalpers are going to be try, trying to go after these, just like everything else Pokemon that has come out in the last 5 years. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that was the biggest. I think that was the biggest problem that I saw in the comments when they unveiled these on their social medias.
Yeah, but that's anywhere you go, really.
It's mainly been Pokemon though recently, and that's I understand Pokemon is a very popular attraction and like very widespread across the world, but it just I don't understand why though. I mean, I understand why Pokemon is very popular. Yeah. It's hmm
Yeah,
no. And people
scalpers, resellers, however you want to put it, they just piss on them.
hmm honestly, it's you can't even call it say a reseller because they're not even reselling at this point. They're trying to scalp as much money as they can off of
Yep.
you
They buy it for $50 and it'll be on eBay or marketplace or whatever
for 150,
for
200 bucks.
150, 250, 350, as much as they can possibly get out of it, they're going to put it up for it.
hmm
And that's wrong because a lot of people, their collectibles are not for sale. I know
That's
I can speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure Crush Rider will say the same thing. But our collectibles are just that. They're ours. They're not for sale. You see my collectibles, a little bit of stuff I have behind me. I, it doesn't matter what the popularity is. They're mine. I'm not selling them.
that's
So
like right now, and this is something that's going on because Lego's already out of stock of this. They brought something else out too. They brought out the Kanto Region Badge Collection in Lego form. Mm-hmm. 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 And people are already online reselling it for $300.
oh yeah. Why not? You can't call yourself a collector at that point. At that point, just call yourself a thief. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
No, and it's like I want to, and I might get a little flack for saying this. I want to go back in time to a time where stuff that was considered nerdy was not mainstream. And you could sit there and go out and buy it. You may get made fun of for buying it, but you could go out and buy it for 20, 30 bucks. You could buy a good piece of Lego set for $60.
Again, and this is what I try and tell everybody. Who cares what the fuck everybody else thinks? I'm, yeah.
What?
Either 98 or 99, but yeah, we're in the ballpark. Uh huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving forward off, I think that was the only two Lego announcements we had moving forward. Uh, we got an update on Resident Evil Requiem. That was a game. That's a game that has been like shadowed and has been very expected to come out.
I just
Um,
read a couple things about that.
5 new things that we have learned so far is that we all know that Leon Kennedy is going to be making uh is going to be a playable character in the game too. They teased that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Appa- I believe so, and they've been teasing at it being kind of open world as well. Um, right. From what I've seen through the trailers and stuff, is that there's going to be two different difficulty settings to it, or three different difficulty settings to it. You're going to have the standard modern uh difficulty, and you're going to have the standard classic difficulty as well, along as with casual difficulty, which not really understanding what they mean by difficulty standard casual difficulty.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
don't know.
excited to see what they're gonna do with it.
I haven't either.
When I think standard casual difficulty, I'm thinking of like the non the fixed camera. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but in like the older Resident Evils, they had a
Oh, and you'd be just going across the screen.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yo, yeah.
What? Typewriter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have never played. Yeah, I haven't played Resident Evil, so that's me.
Apparently, it's going to be more gore than normal than the more modern games that we've had
I doubt
out of
that.
Resident Evil.
Oh, out of Resident Evil, then
Hmm.
I wouldn't know.
Um, Apparently there's going to be like special editions with it as well.
Always is.
Zombies are going to be completely apparently different moving forward than what we've had in the more modern games. And
We'll see.
I don't even know this last one. Like,
That's it.
it's called Elpis. Some sort of secret Leon is carrying, referencing something called Elpis. We have no idea what this is. We know that it is potentially related to the murder of Grace's mother, Alyssa, and we can maybe guess it's connected to some way to the zombie bite marks. We That's literally the last thing in the trailer that we see, and it's a lot of speculation surrounding that. But that's the 5 things kind of that we've learned from these new trailers moving forward. Um, as we're getting more and more towards the game, I can honestly say Resident Evil has been one of those great storytelling games.
It has.
Hmm. If you really want a good single player story game, Resident Evil, especially with these modern ones, they're still pretty good to this day.
Maybe the modern ones, but it's never tripped my trigger. And they've been around for, it seems like, forever. Nope. Nope. I'm waiting for my one subject to come up because I got pretty excited last night.
All right. Well, moving forward, talking about something from last week. Want to bring it because we're talking about TV shows right now. Arc Raiders is talking about, or is in talks about getting its own TV adaptation with
No,
Netflix.
we need to we we need to cut this off at the goddamn knees. All these TV adaptations of video games. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They saw how successful.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is, and what it ends up doing for people who are playing that game religiously. All it does is bring a bunch of dumbasses into the game and ruins your gaming experience because they're in there doing things. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Now, if it's a single player game, whatever, who cares? I'm just tired of the gaming.
That's like Hell. They're thinking about giving Helldivers an adaptation as well, which that might be fun. That might.
They already have it. It's called Starship Troopers.
Yeah, yeah, you are right. They're also
Yeah, no shit. I mean, anytime I play Helldivers, the first thing that comes into my mind is Starship Troopers. Yeah.
mhm.
The second one, the first one was pretty damn cool, though. It wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad and it wasn't good. I'd say it was somewhere in the middle, depending on your taste. Yeah, so have I. Yeah.
Well, moving forward.
Oh, we going to the subject I want?
No, not yet.
God damn it.
Square Enix has now confirmed that they are coming out with another Life is Strange game.
Okay.
I from what I saw, hold on, let me pull up the source real quick.
Okay, what'd you see?
Uh, basically that they have confirmed the following leak. Square Enix came out and said they're working on a new Life is Strange game. We don't really know when it's supposed to come out,
Good. At least they're not putting out a. They won't Elder Scroll us.
but I've never really got into Life is Strange, but I've seen other people play it, and I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do with it because if they're still following the same characters, it's gonna have to. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. We need to find somebody that actually knows more about it. But I'm excited. It's another new game.
Yeah.
Uh, talking about delays real quick and shutdowns, and then I
Battlefield 6 is probably one of them.
Battlefield 6's season 2 has been delayed. Uh, I can go off of it and pull up the source, but
I know one thing's for sure. They need to do something to fix that game because I was going through gaming sites before we came on air. I was kind of bored. I didn't want to get into anything on Grand Theft Auto, and they have lost 89% of their player base from the peak. Now, I don't know if that's a part of the delay for season 2. They're saying they need to polish and refine it. I'm not a Battlefield 6 player, so I can't speculate on why. But I'm going to tell you one thing: Battlefield better pull their head out of their ass because a little bit of a dip from your all-time peak is normal for a game. But 89% should be sending alarm bells off.
well, and it's like looking back at all the other roadmaps that they had previously with other battlefields, is they slowly drip fed content. You know,
Yep.
every single new like DLC that they would come out with, it was either like 2 or 3 maps, a couple of guns, and a vehicle to go with that DLC. And you would take about 3 months before the next DLC would come out. Right now, you had the drop of you had the beginning drop of Battlefield 6,
Mm-hmm.
and then like what, 2 months later you had season one?
You had Red
Season
Sec or Sec Red or
Red Sec, yep.
yeah, Red Sec, and
And
then you had season one.
and even then there wasn't that much content to drop with season one. So there's, but again, you look at looking at the seasons per se, they kind of act like DLCs. If you don't have that much coming
Yeah.
out with a season or with a DLC,
Guess I never thought of it that way
you're
before.
not
Yeah.
you're not gonna have a big player base. You're not gonna have a bunch of players coming back being like, oh,
Well,
there's a bunch of new stuff.
well, here's the other thing that when I was reporting on this for Thirsty Thursday or Talking Tuesday, one of the two, it was last week. When I was reporting on it, I don't remember who, and we might have talked about it here in Nomad Gamers. The problem isn't developers coming out with a DLC or a season or whatever. The problem is that the gamers out there, we are digesting all of that information quicker than they can make it. And before, I would sit here and call it bullshit and be like, they need to keep up with us. We are, who's putting food on their table. But like with all things, you evolve. And now I'm looking at it going, I don't know who said it to me, but they were onto something.
But looking back,
I knew it was somebody. Yep.
hmm but even then, and this is what I kind of try to go back to because this is what I think about whenever we're talking about content of a video game. You go back 10 years ago,
Okay.
10, 12 years ago, you had games like Call of Duty and like Battlefield where they would have every 2 to 3 months they would have a DLC. You know,
Yep.
looking at Black Ops 2, for example, you had 4 DLCs that covered an entire year. They were $15 a pop, and you got 2 to 3 maps, or like 3 to 5 maps, something like that. You got an ulterior game mode map,
Okay.
i.e., zombies, and then you got just with one of them, you had a gun to go with it. You look at Battlefield 4, you had 2 to 3 maps, you had a new vehicle, like 3 different weapons. There was enough, and then you had challenges within those weapons so that way you could get
So let
attachments
me ask you this
that
question.
unlocked.
So, what, in your opinion, has changed in the industry to where we have gotten away from that?
People's attention spans.
I agree with the attention span part, but I guess you kind of went way over the horizon here. What I was talking about is on the developer side. Okay. Like, I agree with the free DLCs. Like, I have a very famous quote that I've already bought the game once. What the hell do I want to spend more money on it for? Okay. That's just my opinion. But I want to hear what your opinion is on why one is no longer 15.99. Two, just 10 years ago you were getting 3 to 4 maps, you said?
3 to 4 maps per
Okay.
DLC.
Per DLC, then all this stuff for your weapons, what changed in your opinion to have the developers go away from that? Because it's not the gamers. This one squarely is not gamers. This one is squarely on the developers.
I You say it's squarely on the developers, but the way that I see it is you have multiple factors within it. You have the attention span of people
Hmm.
not like enjoying the content anymore. They want to accomplish it as quickly as possible so that way they can go try to find a different game. You have shareholders within the company or with people wanting to try to make a better profit and stop worrying about the quality of DLC/games. where you talk about how you paid for the game once, you don't want to pay for it again.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the way that they're doing battle passes and seasons. You buy the battle pass, which is pretty much almost the same amount of money that a DLC would have been. Maybe $5 cheaper.
Okay, you just
A, no-
answered one of
a
my.
normal DLC was $14.99.
Okay.
The battle pass, whether you get the standard battle pass or the upgraded battle pass, the standard battle pass is like $10. The upgraded battle pass is $24.99.
Okay, so you answered one question for me. Okay, cool. I got that part, and I agree with the attention part. What where I was kind of lost on the trail on was if 10 years ago they were offering all of this for $15.99, why are they not still doing it? And
Because
and that has nothing to do with the gamers. That has everything to do with the developer. But you answered the question when you said, "Look at the new battle pass that costs just as much as that DLC." The light bulb went off. They are giving out the content, but they're still getting the money from
behind
the same amount of people by buying that extra whatever the hell it is for the battle pass.
even then, when you look at the difference between the DLC and the battle pass, and this
Hmm.
is why I wish you would go back towards the DLC part. They're giving the maps, they're giving the maps pretty much away for free.
Which they should.
And then they're unlocking the cosmetics behind the battle pass.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not a big shooter guy, so when you're going into all these details,
it's not even just shooters at
I
this point
I
either.
I don't know much about it.
I mean, you look at games like Forza Horizon, you look at Call of Duty, you look at Helldivers, you look at MLB, what is using Diablo 4?
Diablo 4.
Um, look at Halo, look at um I'm trying to think of more games out there that yeah,
Yes, they do.
Fallout 76 has a
Reminds me.
they're moving away from more content quality and paying for that quality content,
Hmm.
and they're moving towards just
Yeah.
I would say it's more of like a FOMO.
I'm just asking for your opinion. I don't agree nor disagree. I just wanted your opinion on this.
I want to go back to the DLC portion of it. Pay for the DLC, don't pay for the battle pass.
Well, I don't know. But anyways, speaking of Fallout 76, I know
Well,
this isn't in.
hold on.
Hold up. Before I forget, hold up. Because you got notes I don't. Did you guys see where Fallout is canceling Fallout First memberships on a whim and they cannot get them back?
Really? No, I
It
did not
is
hear
a
anything about
big
that.
issue over at Bethesda right now. Like, they're
They-
dropping the Fallout First membership on people or canceling them, and the people can't seem to re-engage to get Fallout First again. I don't remember if it was a hack, if it's something going wrong with Bethesda's programming. I don't know what's going on, but I believe it was on PC Gamer because I know Zanar Crest Rider is or PC Game because I know Crest Rider is looking it up because I could see it in his face.
No, I did not hear anything about
Yeah,
that. But if we're gonna continue forward, and this is why I wish you would have held off on it, but I understand not having show notes or anything because we got a lot of Fallout stuff to talk about.
that's right. So
One more,
continue on.
we had one more thing to cover before we got into the Fallout stuff.
Okay, let's cover.
The game Anthem. I don't know if you guys.
Okay, we covered it. Move on. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't blow a gasket.
So back in I want to say 2018, this game came out called Anthem. It was supposed to be the quote unquote Destiny killer. It was supposed to be something so fun and brand new. Well, it fell flat on its face. And it has taken the company almost 8 years to finally say we are shutting down the servers for it. And it is officially shut down. Nope. Nope. They finally shut down the servers for it a couple days ago.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Did you buy the game? Did you have to buy it? Well, that's why they didn't care. They already got their money out of you.
Fair. Fair enough.
There you go.
So, lastly, now that we're kind of getting into the Fallout stuff, because that's all we really have. Before we start talking about the Fallout episodes, I do want to bring up that there is a new Fallout TV show that has been approved.
Approved doesn't mean nothing.
Prime
Give it
Video
2 years to get season 2.
has greenlighted a reality TV show called Fallout Shelter. It is. Mhm. It, mhm. It says key takeaways from this is Fallout Shelter will premiere exclusively on Prime Video with 10 episodes a season if they get re-upped for a season 2. Fallout Shelter will drop contestants into an immersive world across a series of escalating challenges for a huge cash prize. So kind of like if you've ever seen Squid Game, but Fallout version.
Yeah, I don't watch reality TV, so nope.
I would like to see what kind of challenges they're going to have for the TV show, but I'm not really interested
No,
in it.
I doubt I'll
because of
even
that.
tune into it because not much can. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something. Yeah, yeah. The money grab is officially on now.
Mm-hmm. However, there is something funny I do want to bring out because I started getting into playing Fallout 4 again with mods, of course. There is
Of
a
course.
mod out there right now in Fallout 4. Have you guys heard of the immortal snail meme that's going on? Where you're immortal, you're being chased by this immortal snail. If the immortal snail touches you, you die instantly.
Mm-mm.
Okay? Well, mhm. Well,
Let me know. She put that into Fallout 4.
hold on, it's even better. Somebody modded a cutout of Todd Howard into the game.
I think I know where this is going.
Will follow you, and if it touches you, it kills you instantly. So, like, you could be mid dialogue, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just see a Todd Howard cutout slowly inching towards you. And
Gotta go. Gotta go.
like it,
Whoop.
and like it has voice lines, so you'll hear it kind of coming up on you, and so you'll be just sitting there in dialogue. And I was like, I was at Diamond City talking to the mayor when you first get in there, and all of a sudden I just hear Todd Howard say something. I'm like, it just works, and I'm like, oh no. So
It just works.
I just start spamming the dialogue, going, I gotta go. It's following me. But yeah, that's my funny takeaway with Fallout so far right now.
Okay.
But moving forward, we're talking about the last two episodes
Okay.
of Fallout. The what?
Okay. Last two episodes.
So, I know this is a segment really just for Godfather and I, but what did you think of the last two episodes, Gaz?
Oh boy, what season 2 is by far amazing. There's a couple things that specifically with the last episode I really didn't agree with. The
Oh,
last episode. Hold on.
Spoiler alert going forward.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys have not watched it and want to watch it, this will be your time to move past it
I'll count down from 5, and you can mute.
because we are going to be talking about it.
I will give you a thumbs up when we're done.
Come here. Stop making biscuits and come here.
Okay, so in last night's or this week's episode, I instantly thought of Zanar Crest Rider. Like instantly. Let's see if Fireball can figure this out too. What in the last episode would have reminded you of Zanar Crest Rider? There's 2 instances.
Melee build.
What's that?
Melee build. Mm-hmm.
There it is. Ding, 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 ding. What's the second one?
Again, melee build.
The second one is when she absolutely knocks the fucking zombie out of his own goddamn shoes, and not zombie, but ghoul, and fucking spears him.
Oh, and
That was oh my god, that was. But the that was part that made me remember Zenar Crest Rider and all of the hours upon hours of great times that we had on 76. But there is controversy in that episode.
why is that?
The bombing timeline.
Well, no, because I actually did a lot more,
And so did I.
a lot more in depth with that. The reason why Mr. House talks about that specifically, the bombs still go off in 2077. 2065 that he talks about
Mhm.
was a definite when it was like when the calculation came out and said nuclear war cannot be avoided at this point. That's what he was talking about in that.
Okay, what he was talking about and what he articulated are 2 different things. If you understand what I'm saying.
I totally get
Like
it.
you and me, we read through those lines. Whereas other individuals out there did not. The other thing, and this is where I'm going to need Nomad Nation's help, along with my 2 nomads here. In the game of Fallout 2, 3, Brotherhood of Steel, 4, 76, any of them, do they ever say who drops the bombs?
No, they don't.
I believe so.
All they say is they see flashes. They're getting reports of blinding flashes across the Commonwealth or across the nation. They don't say who dropped the first bomb. All they're saying
Yeah.
is there are nukes going off.
I guess my point here is as we've went through season 1, and we are in what, episode 9 now of season 2?
8? I think. Hold on. Let me.
8 or 9, one of the 2.
I don't even think we're that far yet. I think it's like season 5.
You mean
or episode
episode
5,
5?
sorry.
I don't know why I'm saying episode 9. Maybe I'm thinking of another TV show.
It is, yep, this is episode 5 so
5.
far.
Okay. So, leading up to, so let's go to season 1 and then season 2 up to episode 4. They were leading on that Vault-Tec, that's one of the big companies dropped the bomb. Would you agree with that, Fireball?
And
Don't go into episode 5.
no,
Just stay in the
talking
parameters I
about
said.
season 1, yes, they hint at the fact that Vault-Tec dropped the
Yes.
first bomb. However, we don't get a confirmation about that.
Okay, now skip to season 2. They are insinuating heavily that it was Vault-Tec that dropped the bomb. I said insinuate. I didn't say they came right out and said it.
No,
Insinuate. They're leading you on that path.
basically what I've gotten from season 2 this far is the fact that it was not necessarily the governments,
Yeah.
China or the United States, that were behind the bombing of it. It was surrounded by all the corporations that
Mm-hmm.
were basically designing the fate of humanity.
So, okay, so that was up to episode 4. Now we go into episode 5, and Mr. House comes right out and says, none of those idiots in that room are going to drop the bomb.
No,
No, that's an actual line. I
right,
went back and watched it again.
right. I understand that, and yeah, you're absolutely right. But the thing is they haven't been definitive on who dropped the first bomb.
Is it in the canon anywhere? Like, I need to go back and reread the canon. I've done it before, but it's been a few years. But I need to go back and find out if the canon actually says that a head of a nation dropped the bomb, or if they just leave it uh, heavily insinuated that China dropped it, because that was what the war in Alaska was about. That's what.
Okay, this is what I've gotten so far off of it. It says, in Fallout universe, the culprit behind the Great War's nuclear bomb remains a central mystery. The video game originally implying that China launched first, but the Fallout TV show heavily suggests Vault-Tec orchestrated it for profit to sell vaults, even though the show leaves it ambiguous, hinting at another unknown entity.
Okay, we all knew that already, but this is why I like the Fallout TV show.
Because
This is where I think Todd Howard is a goddamn genius, because he is giving all of us Fallout New Vegas. We're seeing New Vegas. We are seeing the Death Claw. By the way, was fucking scary.
mm-hmm.
We are seeing the Red Scorpion. Again, pretty fucking gnarly.
But talking about original lore, like you were saying,
Uh-huh.
early games like Fallout 1 and 2 hinted that China was the one that initiated the war. However, in later games like New Vegas and in the TV show, it hints that Robert House knew about Vault-Tec's involvement from the beginning.
The game?
Mm-hmm.
I see. I'd have to go back and play New Vegas again. Get your hand off your mic. I'd have to go back and play it again because I don't remember that. That might have been in there and I just missed it. But you see, here's my problem with the age that we live in now is all of these sites can be changed because a lot of fans are like me. We've read the lore, we understand the lore, but there's details in there that when something else comes up, we go back and we go look into the lore to go find it
But
to say, did this happen?
right now, with how they have Fallout set up, is like the same thing that happens when you see a character when there's a character death.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see the actual death on screen, we don't know exactly what's happening. We've never seen a Chinese logo on a bomb. We've never seen a Chinese bomber in the air dropping a nuke. We've never seen a Vault-Tec logo bomb dropped.
No, but you've seen those goddamn trash cans. And I say trash cans.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
the Liberators in
Yeah.
Series 6.
Them
I mean,
things. I hate those goddamn things.
we don't necessarily know who dropped the bomb. We've got one instance in Megaton where we think we see the Vault-Tec logo on the bomb in Megaton, but it's never been denied nor confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, the ambiguity surrounding who dropped the first bomb has always been the number one question when you talk about Fallout. And with the TV show, they have kept it very ambiguous as
And
well.
they're going to.
Hmm.
It's one of those. It's one of those state secrets that will. They're not going to come out on the TV show and slip. They won't do it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Which I don't. I.
No, they imply.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yep.
Mutually assured destruction. Yeah. It just. I love. And especially with the TV show, we still don't get any definitive answer of what was the canonical answer in Fallout New Vegas. Because
Hold on.
even okay,
We
explain.
definitely know the Legion was not the ending because we see Caesar's bones laying. I think it was on a berm or something,
Mhm.
and his successor's name was in it, but neither side would allow the other side to go see it.
The only reason we can say the Legion is surefire not an ending is because if
We see Caesar.
hold on, if you remember correctly, if you side with the Legion, I don't know who would side with the Legion, but if you side with the Legion in Fallout New Vegas, you cure Caesar of his tumor.
Yeah.
So that means that the Legion is not the canonical ending.
Yep.
But I honestly think if you were to come out and say that the Legion was the canonical ending, I feel like Bethesda would be absolutely.
Not really. Because here's the other thing too is, and this is the other thing I love about this TV show right now. And everybody knows I was not a fan of season one.
Mhm.
Okay, we just won't go there again. However, I like what they're doing here because while Caesar was killed or died from the tumor or whatever, they are still around. And that makes a lot of sense talking about the wasteland. You can't say that one entity was exterminated when you have all these roving bands that always start up just by looking at a magazine or finding something that gives them the inspiration to start that. I don't want to say organization, but start that group back up. And that's where I thought Todd Howard and the producers of Fallout, the TV show, have done an excellent job at keeping everything open without closing anything off.
Well, here's something else I don't know if you've seen or not. Well, looking at the post scene credits or looking at the end credits of
I don't
this
watch those, so
5,
okay.
you can see in the Lucky 38, you
Mhm.
know how when you go talk to Mr. House and you go to his pod,
Yeah,
you actually see in the end credits, you see his pod like somewhat open and you can see Mr. House's hand just like laying on the like kind of slipped out of the pod. So that kind of I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I was like, "Oh, that's
but do we know that it's Mr. House's?
there's only one person that could be in that pod."
Okay. I mean, here's what I love about all of it. It's so ambiguous that
We don't know.
you know, when did Fallout New Vegas come out? Like 08,
Earlier than that,
708, something like that.
06, I think. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
I think you might be right though. I think it's 20 years.
2010.
2010. Okay,
Mhm.
we were both wrong.
October 19th, 2010.
It has been 16 years, and we're still arguing about the end of goddamn Fallout New Vegas. We're not really arguing; we're debating. But they also said in the article I just read on this too, they also said that they like it because they have boundaries, and then they got free writing in between. So, like with Lucy, with the ghoul, with the storyline of Vault Tech and Robco and all that other stuff, they've got freedom of creativity there as long as they don't go outside of what the curator did,
The Courier.
the courier, uh, what Mr. House did, what Caesar did, what the NCR did. Those are their hard buffers, but those storylines in between that they can make and bump into it. Because let's face it, the reason why season 2 is getting the ratings that it is because we are back in New Vegas.
Well, even then, we don't even know, and this is the thing that I love about season 2 is the most, is we still don't have a canonical ending.
We're
for
not going to.
Vegas. We're never going to. We don't know who won the second battle.
No, but at the same time, I'm going to be interested to see season 3 and where it goes for that matter. But if they, because there's a long ways to fucking go between Vegas and Appalachia, or Vegas and the Commonwealth, or Vegas and the Capital Wasteland. There's a long distance in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see what the ratings and what they do for season 3, because season 1, in my opinion, was garbage. Season 2 has been amazing.
We haven't even began to discuss about the Brotherhood Civil War.
That's because they barely touched on it.
But the thing is, though, is we saw one of the airships go down.
Which one?
Which one? Was it the Pridwin?
We don't know yet.
Exactly. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this whole Brotherhood Civil War.
Because that's going to affect the game
Mm-hmm.
tremendously.
Mm-hmm. I also will say that adding the little snippet talking about the death clause from Quarry Junction, if you, I know you won't remember this, but some people in the Nomad Nation might. There is a side quest in New Vegas where you have to go get some death claw eggs and bring them to to somebody.
I remember that.
So the fact that the death claws moved in from Quarry Junction makes a little bit more sense because of that side quest.
Now, now you brought that up. Here's the other thing that I remember about this last episode. The bartender alludes to, and I can't remember for the life of me if they covered this in the game or not. He alludes that New Vegas has changed hands or changed leadership in the past between the NCR, the Legion, and I can't remember who the other faction was.
He said
Because he said at least they don't force me to pay fucking taxes.
Mm-hmm. So that kind of tells me that
That Vegas is a toss-up right now.
Honestly, yeah, Vegas is a toss-up. Again, we don't know we won't ever know what the canonical ending for New Vegas was.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Excuse me, sorry. Because again, the TV show takes place 15 years
Yeah.
after the events in New Vegas. 15 years is a lot of time
It is.
for something to happen within in that area.
I just found it funny how, and I found it interesting that we got that little bit of nitbit or a little bit of information, and then the line next was, "At least they don't fucking charge me taxes."
Mhm.
That made me chuckle a little bit.
However, one last thing to talk about before we get off Fallout, because we are
All right, what?
um when you talked about how Lucy hit the ghoul with the power fist and knocked
Oh,
him
she
and
smoked
speared him,
him.
there's a running thing out there talking about how Lucy was hallucinating during that point,
I bet she was,
and
but I don't
Lucy
think it
Lucy,
affected her at all.
Lucy did not actually hit the ghoul out of the window, and that everything past the point of her getting hit with that injection was a hallucination by Lucy. Because another thing, why would Hank come out of the vault? Why would Hank come out of the vault to come get Lucy when he wanted the ghoul to take Lucy back to Vault 33?
You are correct, because I thought that was kind of strange how she got hit with that dart in the chest and still had enough fucking power to fucking knock the ghoul out the window and onto the spike.
Because here was the other thing that I was thinking about. She was not under the effects of buff out addiction anymore because she had taken that
Yeah,
addictol.
yeah, we saw what that did too.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see it in the game. It's just you're cleared.
Mm-hmm.
But in the TV show, boy, she took that and what 30 seconds later, not even.
Yeah, she went through like a week worth of withdrawal in
Oh,
like 30 seconds.
oh, she was
Mm-hmm.
toast,
Mm-hmm.
toast. Okay,
All right, we're good. For we'll have to put a time skip for you guys who want to come back and watch it on the VOD. Moving forward, I do want to ask Crest Rider, because we didn't get to let him talk about it last time. Anything new in the world of WoW?
obviously you didn't see show notes.
What is that, Legion?
Yes, and mods are broken. Now, I read something today, Crush Rider, that the Midnight Blizzard hammered mods. Can you confirm or deny? Interesting. Okay. That was pretty much my show note because I read that and I instantly thought to myself, this is something that I need to tell or I need to ask Zanar Crest Rider because I remember playing WoW and having mods and add-ons but for my map to where it would show where certain things were, and I could just fly over, drop in. One of two things: it's either there or it's not, and I just keep going to the next.
Hi, Kitty.
So, Fireball.
Well, that's all I got.
Restorada, what do you got?
Oh yeah, Hightail. The quote unquote Minecraft killer. What? Come here.
Yeah, I agree with Crest Rider on this one. All right, we're going to go into our singles. We're going to start closing this out. Crest Rider, you're up first, bud.
Oop.
All right. Fireball.
All right. Well, moving forward, we still are playing Tarkov. We still have a lot to cover with that. I mean, we're still doing side quests. We've barely touched even the main story to it, so we haven't even gotten close to trying to escape. Uh, Still doing a lot of funny stuff with that. I've also picked up getting back into Fallout 76. So I know you saw a little bit of gameplay with that today. Moving forward, I'm gonna try to get back into it. There's a lot of new stuff in there, especially considering I have been playing since launch. Uh, I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm excited for what they have in there now, but it's very interesting to see how they've got the game going now. So you guys will have to tune in for that.
All right, I guess it just leaves me, doesn't it, gentlemen? So, after this, I'm going to take about a 15, 20-minute break, maybe a 30-minute break. Then I'm going to be getting online, and we're going to be going back to Los Santos, where I'm going to be doing some more auto shop missions. We're going to go out and tow a car for the salvage yard. I might do some MC missions. It's all missions tonight. Uh, I am still looking for 3 more people for an invite only session to where all we do is missions, heists. We'd have to run the heist 4 times, but that's no big deal. But I'm looking for those 3 people. So if that's what you are looking for, then I invite you to message any of the pages, and I will get you my Rockstar ID, and we will go ahead and friends request each other, and I'll invite you in. It's no big deal. Other than that, we just have Talking Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday. Both those are at 7:30 on Tuesday and Thursday, and just be watching my page. All right, well, that brings us to the end of the Nomad Gamers. It has been an absolute blast today. So, for my co host, the one and only Fireball, Mr. Zanar Crestrider, I am God's Father. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you for watching us. Peace and love. Your Nomad Gamers are out the door.